What gets under your skin? Not just what irritates you, but what lingers. What heats you from the inside when something goes unspoken? What do you swallow instead of exhale? If your body has been reacting before your words ever arrive, this ritual is an invitation to listen. What the mouth doesn't exhale, the body expresses. Welcome, beautiful soul. This is Marcy with Natural Healing at your fingertips. What you're about to experience is a guided somatic healing ritual for releasing anger stored in the skin, emotional boundaries held in the body, and inherited tension carried through your fascia. This practice helps your nervous system unwind body memory, so what was once held beneath the skin can finally soften and release. This is not just a meditation. This is a guided somatic healing ritual designed to help your nervous system soften and release anger, boundaries, and emotional memory stored in the skin and fascia of your body. Your skin is not reacting. It is remembering. This is a voice-only transmission. There is nothing to watch, nothing to perform. Everything you need is already inside your body. I will guide you with my voice, and you will listen with sensation. This is not something you passively hear. This is something you participate in. Your body will be involved. Your breath will be involved. Your awareness will be involved. Before we begin, take a moment to settle into a safe, supported place where you can listen, preferably without interruption. This ritual is meant to be experienced with your full presence, not while driving or needing to stay alert. If at any point your body asks for a pause, you're welcome to open your eyes, rest, or simply return to your breath. Listen in to this guided somatic healing ritual, the soul tears ritual. It's cooling the fire beneath the skin. A participatory ritual release practice designed to soften the emotional heat the body's been carrying, the inflammation born from invisible boundaries, and the inherited anger that rises when expression has been postponed, sometimes for generations. This ritual is a companion to episode 36 of the Soul Contract of Healing miniseries, Skin Symptoms and Sacred Boundaries, What Your Body is Saying. In that episode, we explored how the body becomes a place where expression finishes its sentence, how the lungs don't only eliminate through breath, but also weep through the skin, when words were never given the space to land. Grief, anger, boundary crossings, and what was swallowed instead of spoken. Here, sensation becomes a language, heat becomes information, and the skin becomes the place where the exhale finally completes. Here, we invite the forgotten portal between the eyes, the place you know as the third eye and what I call the point of knowing, the seal that stores uncried tears, unseen memories, and unspoken truths. To open not through effort, but through listening. We are not forcing, we are staying. This isn't a meditation, it's a remembering. Before we move into the breath, bring your awareness gently to the space between your eyebrows, just above the bridge of your nose. In ancient traditions, this center is known as the ajna, A-J-N-A, the third eye. It's a place of perception and intuition and inner sight. I call it the point of knowing, not because it sees more, but because it remembers first. This is where intuition registers truth before the mind explains it, where the body recognizes what's real long before language arrives. We won't touch it yet. For now, simply allow your awareness to rest there, as if you were listening inward through the center of your forehead. As you stay here, notice what rises beneath the skin. Is there grief that never found tears? Anger that never found breath? Heat that built when boundaries were crossed and silence was chosen instead? Your intuition knows. Do you remember? Now let this awareness soften into your breath. Begin by noticing. Notice your breath. Let it move three-dimensionally, not just in your chest and not just in your belly, but outward in all directions. As if when you breathe in, your breath were gently hydrating the tissues beneath your skin. Take a slow inhale for 4. Let the breath travel into the soft tissue, beneath the surface, beneath the story. And exhale for 6. Feel the breath glide outward as if it were wringing tension from the fascia layer by layer. This breath supports gentle myofascial unwinding, allowing the body's connective tissue to soften, release, and restore its natural flow. Let your breathing become wide, spacious, and irrigating. And let the breath irrigate this center, softening the freeze and melting the held back expression, inviting flow where the body once sealed itself shut. And on each inhale, feel the tissue subtly expand. On each exhale, allow them to soften and yield without effort. Imagine your breath cooling this space, like placing a cool hand on a fevered forehead, not to suppress the heat, but to let it release safely. Cooling isn't the absence of heat, it's the presence of permission to release it. When your system feels ready, only then, bring the pads of your index fingers to the center of your brow. This is the ajna, the third eye, the place I call the point of knowing. No pressure, just contact. Touch as though your fingers are listening, as though they're resting at the threshold between what was felt and what was never allowed to be seen or said. And as you stay here, notice what rises beneath the skin. Grief that never found tears. Anger that never found breath. Heat that built when boundaries were crossed and when silence was chosen instead. Your intuition remembers. Do you? Images may arise. Colors, shapes, faces, a beacon of light almost that goes round and round like a beacon off a lighthouse, and even scenes like fragments playing softly on the movie screen of your inner world. There is nothing to interpret, nothing to analyze. Simply notice what is asking to be seen, to be felt, to be heard, and to be released. Allow whatever appears to come and go without grasping and without pushing away. Now free your eyes. If tears fall, let them. Your body knows how to complete what was interrupted. Now, begin a slow clockwise circle, barely a whisper of movement, a ceremonial unlocking, if you will. Let your breath stay soft and rhythmic. Let your belly rise and fall, like a tide that refuses to rush. As you breathe, imagine the fascia beneath your forehead responding, not tightening, but gently unwinding, as if what's been held is finally being heard. Repeat silently. I release what can no longer be held within. I cool my fire with soul tears. This is not affirmation. This is permission. You may feel warmth, pressure, an urge to sigh, swallow, yawn, or even frown. These are not reactions. They are expressions completing themselves. Your first tear may not be yours. It may be theirs. If tears fall, let them. These are soul tears, the water that cools emotional heat stored in the body. This is the way the soul cleanses. The body is no longer burning with unexpressed emotion. It is cooling through expression. Now gently release your hands and keep your eyes closed. Do not move yet. Let the breath continue slowly, as if smoothing the tissues from the inside. This integration pause is where recalibration happens, where the nervous system receives the message, it is safe to feel now, and the body listens. Feel the space behind your forehead. Feel the fascia settling, reorganizing, and finding a new resting tone. Feel the cooling spreading across your face, down through your jaw, your throat, your shoulders. Feel the softening in your forehead. Feel your body reorganizing itself around truth instead of suppression. What the body shows, the soul knows. Let whatever rises, rise. Heat, coolness, images, tears, stillness. All of it is information returning to flow. As you notice the sensation or silence in your body, you may gently ask, who learned to hold this first? You don't need to see a face. You don't need a name. Just notice what arises. And when you're ready, you might offer these words. I see what you carried. I feel the weight you bore. I carried it forward so you wouldn't be alone. And now, with love, I return it to you. Not in rejection, but in gratitude. You are seen, You are held. You are no longer alone. Notice what softens. And that softening is the signal. The burden has been received. We don't release what we haven't first honored. And when we return a borrowed burden with love, the lineage exhales. This is not just healing. This is ancestral reconciliation. Pause. Let's connect the mind and body. Take one slow breath and let it move through your body like a wave. 2 seconds here. Your sensations were never betrayal. They were the body asking for your presence. Pause again. Let that land in sensation, not thought. And together we do a final cooling ritual, a heart, body, and ancestral release. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower belly. Feel the warmth beneath your palms, the steadiness, the return to yourself. Whisper silently, I honor the heat I've carried. I release what was never mine. I cool my body with the tears of my soul. Feel the temperature shift, subtle and steady. Feel your fascia soften, your breath deepen, and space widen. You have opened a portal held shut for generations. And in doing so, you have given your body permission to soften their dried up tears. And finally, to soften your own cry. Take one gentle breath here. Feel this sovereignty, this return, and this ancestral healing. Come back to this ritual daily this week to receive episode 36 with an open heart. You may also be listening to this ritual as a doorway into the series, and if so, know this. You didn't arrive late, and you didn't miss anything. Each episode in the Soul Contract of Healing miniseries stands on its own, while also weaving into a larger spiral of remembrance. You're welcome to move forward to the next episode or circle back to earlier ones, guided by what your body's responding to. There's no right order here, only the rhythm that's right for you. I don't rush the process. If this ritual opens something for you, let your body be acknowledged. You may affirm it in the comments with whatever feels true for you. When I free my eyes, my body cools. Or, I release what I was never allowed to express. And as a deeper remembrance for your lineage, when I honor what was carried, my lineage exhales. If someone came to mind as you moved through this ritual, someone whose body carries heat, silence, or unspoken boundaries, share this practice with them. Sometimes the greatest medicine is permission to feel what was never given space to move. Return to this ritual daily to deepen your relationship with your somatic portals of release and knowing. And if this landed for you, explore the other guided rituals on this channel. Each practice enfolds you exactly where you are. Until next time, I love you. I bless you with reverence, and I am deeply grateful for every one of you walking this path of sovereignty with me. I do not heal. I awaken healers, helping women, men, and children who are already aware remember what their bodies never forgot. Create time. Come back to this sacred space. Heal yourself. Set all the children, your mothers and fathers, and their mothers and fathers, free. I'm Marcy Labor, and I'll meet you here next time on Natural Healing at Your Fingertips.